Good morning, everyone. My name is Sarah Bartlett, an Agent Success Manager at Premier Marketing. I am here with Taylor McDonald from CSG Actuarial today. She works with our Medicare quoting tool that has had some exciting new enhancements Taylor will go over with us this morning. This is just one of our many resources we offer agents who work with us, along with a lead program, a Medicare Advantage online enrollment system, cross-selling product opportunities, just to name a few. So if you want to know, get more information on any of our tools and resources that our agents have access to, go ahead and call in and you can talk to one of our experts at any time. And with that, we will go ahead and get moving along, and I'll turn it over to Taylor.
Thank you, Sarah. So we'll go ahead and we'll start by just diving into the e-application platform. So the e-application is within the quoting tool that is you currently have access to. So this is already added, and you would start the e-application by simply running a Medicare supplement quote. So it is a Medicare supplement e-application, and it is currently live for Aetna and Mutual of Omaha. So we'll start by just running a Medicare supplement quote. You would click Run Quote, and we'll enter all of the quote information just as we normally would. So we'll enter a zip code, the age, gender, tobacco status, plan type, how we'd like to sort these results by, and the effective date, whether or not we'd like to apply the household discount. So everything as we normally would for the quoting tool. Once we have everything entered, we'll go ahead and hit Get Quote. And on this demo version that we're on here on my account, we will just see Aetna and Mutual of Omaha, since those are the two we currently do have live on our quoting tool for the e-app. And then we would just click this Apply Now button. So you see the premium, you see the carrier name, and it's this button down here that says Apply Now. That's how you'll start the e-application. So we'll go ahead and click that. It's going to be taking us right into the e-application. So it's all on the same platform. You're staying within the same tool on the same platform. Just takes a minute here for it to load since we are on this demo version. The first time you start an e-application for a particular carrier in a particular state, you will have to verify yourself by entering your first and last name, as well as your NPM or writing number. So for Aetna, it's going to be your NPN number. For Mutual, you can see here it's going to be your writing number. So I'm David. I've already verified myself as the agent, so it does remember me when I come back with this carrier in this particular state. So I'm already validated, so it already knows who you are, and we can see our name and our writing number here when we get into the e-app. We'll then select our underwriting type here. So we'll go ahead and we'll select full underwriting. We can see we do see our Plan F here that we ran the quote for. The gender, age, and tobacco status is all listed. So that quote information is going to stay here at the top throughout the whole application, so we know what carrier, the price, and everything, all those details throughout the process. We'll go ahead and hit Continue. In this e-application, it does respond in real time. So if I make any changes to the application that are different from the initial quote we ran, it's going to automatically reflect those changes. So if I select Plan G instead of this initial Plan F I ran the quote for, we can see it up here at the top under the quote. It is thinking, it's loading, and it's going to adjust this price. So it was $147 for the Plan F, and we'll see this price change for the Plan G once it does load here. So it does take a second just for it to load. Okay, so we can see that price drop down to $105. So as we make changes again to the e-app, it is going to reflect those. So really we can't mess it up. It makes it as easy as possible for the agent and make sure that everything is in good standing as we move forward with the e-application. If we go into our health information section, we'll show another example of how the application responds in real time. We'll add in some health information that would maybe potentially cause the application to decline or cause an instance where they would not be able to be covered for this plan. So it's going to tell us right off the bat here, if yes is answered to any of the following questions, that person is not eligible for coverage. So we know if we answer yes, they're not eligible. So if we do select a yes for any of these health questions, it is going to automatically adjust here up at the top. So we're going to get a notification. See if I can click it here. I think this will move this window. So under this notification, it's going to read the applicant may not be issued coverage because we answered yes to at least one question. So it's telling us we're not going to be issued coverage. We get that notification right away, so that way we are aware and we don't have any surprises later thinking that we were going to be getting coverage for this particular person and then we're not getting coverage. So we'll switch that back to no, and we can see our notification will go away. So we'll go ahead and move on to the medication information. Just like with the health condition information, it is going to tell us if we enter a drug that would be potentially be a declinable medication. So we'll ask if we're currently taking or if we've been prescribed any drugs. If we say yes, we're going to get this drop down. And this is where we can actually add in any medications. So we'll search right here for a declinable drug that we know would decline. We'll go ahead and select our dosage, if it's able to be selected for that drug. The frequency, we'll say how long we've been taking this medication, that it was prescribed to us, and then the condition would be, we'll say for kidney. We'll go ahead and add this prescription, so we can add more than one drug here. They're going to be listed as we add each of them. And then as we hit the continue button, we'll see that we will get a notification. Sometimes it does take that extra step for the application to give us a notification. So we see that pop up here. It tells us the applicant is unlikely to be issued coverage because we've included the possible declinable medication. So again, it's going to let us know right away so there's no surprises going through the e-app. The last section we'll go over here is the to be completed by producer. So this is where the agent can actually add in any documents. So we can upload a notice of termination, evidence of insurance, and actually upload those files to be submitted directly to the carrier. So again, these applications, they do go right to the carrier. They're done on our platform, but they do go directly to the carrier. So anything we want to add in, any notes or documents, we can certainly upload those, and they'll go to the carrier with the application. The last section is our review and lock application. So this is where we'll review all of our sections. As you can see, going down our sections here, we have a lot of them that are still yellow. So that means we still need to go back and complete those sections or add information. The green check marks do mean that that section is complete and we are good to move forward. So if we had all green check marks here, we would know scrolling through this review that everything has been filled out and everything is ready to be submitted. You can also go back into a section. Let's say you forgot one section or a couple sections. You can go back in from this review to edit any of these or add information before moving forward. Once everything's green and we've got the green light to go forward, we can lock and e-sign this. So we'll lock this application. If we, for some reason, need to go back in, we can do that, but the applicant would just need to verify that the information that we had changed once we'd unlocked it and if we had to go change anything. But it's all electronic signature. So for Aetna, we have the voice signature, email signature, identifying information if the applicant is with us, so they can just provide their last four of their social security number, their mother's maiden name, or we can also actually print this for a wet signature. So going through this application is actually creating a PDF document we can actually print and have them sign and mail it in if we would choose to do so. But again, multiple different e-signature methods are available, so we want to make it as easy as possible to submit these applications directly to the carrier. We'll go back to the dashboard and I'll show you where you would see any applications you've either submitted or started. So under this e-applications tool, if we click View Active, we have this e-application dashboard. So we can see each of our applications we've started. So we started this one today, 6-4, and the status is incomplete. So we can go back in and edit this application, or if it's one we started and we want to start over or get rid of this, we can delete this out. Once we've submitted an application that went to the carrier and it's been fully submitted, we will get a policy number here as well. So we can always reference those policy numbers, and it would have the PDF version of that submitted application here, so we can actually download a PDF of that application if we need to as well. Are there any questions about anything we touched on? That was a high-level overview of some of the features and functionality. So I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
I don't see any questions popping up at this time. I think that was a great overview of the quoting tool and that new electronic application platform that we have available. Nice little short and sweet meeting for y'all today. Well, thank you
Yeah,
so much, Taylor. Yeah, and thank you to all who joined us today. Oh, it looks like actually a few are popping through. Will more companies be added soon? Mary was asking.
yes, so we do have about 5 other carriers we're currently working with, and we hope to have those live in time for AEP. So we'll be announcing those carriers soon, and we'll be happy to share those with you very shortly, I think. And so we do hope to have all of those next carriers live in time for AEP. So we've got 2 now, but we are adding more carriers. We hope to have every single carrier eventually on the tool, but we will be looking forward to adding those additional carriers very soon.
Perfect. There was another one that had a question about the e-signature. With
Sure.
the lock and e-sign, is it required to be emailed or can they sign on a producer platform?
So the signature methods that it offers through the CSG e-app or the Premier e-app in your case, they can do a voice signature, an email signature, or they can provide identifying information if they're there. So they can do the email signature if they'd like, but there are a few other methods as well. Does that answer the question about the producer signature?
I think so. If John had anything else, I'll keep a lookout to see if any other
Okay.
question gets added.
Okay.
Yes, Kelly, the regular Premier website, you can go to Premier Co. Inc. or premiersmi.com, click Get Quote. That'll take you right to where you would be able to log in for the CSG quoting tool through Premier. And if anyone does have questions on how you can get access to the CSG quoting, just give us a call. We'll be able to tell you kind of the details or requirements for it. George was asking if life products will be added to this particular quoting tool through Premier.
Right now it is just Medicare supplement. Does he mean for the do you ask for the quoting or for the e-application?
For the e-application, I would say
Okay.
more so
Okay.
life products be added for e-app.
Okay. So for the e-application, it is just, of course, Medicare supplement right now. We have had discussions about adding additional products, but we don't have any time frame or if and when we will do that. So right now, just Medicare supplement, but we're certainly always discussing other products. We would love to be able to have all of our products in e-application form, but right now we don't have the life, and we don't have any really definite answer of when or if that would be added.
Perfect. John was also curious, let's say the customer doesn't have an email and they don't want to do the voice signature. What was that other? Did you say that there was just a way they could type on the producer, like if the producer was logged in, was there a third way? They would just have to verify what kind of information if they didn't want to do the email or the voice signature.
Yeah. So there's a question that would ask, is the applicant currently present or are you currently with the applicant? If you would select yes, one of the signature methods would then be for them to provide identifying information. So that information would be the last 4 of their social security number and their mother's maiden name. And then that information would go to the carrier. We don't do any of that information validation or anything. That would all be submitted to the carrier, but that's what they would answer in order to validate themselves, is their last 4 of their social and their mother's maiden name.
Good. Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any other questions come through. I can give it a second to see, but it looks like I think the bulk of them were handled and taken care of. So I really appreciate it, Taylor.
No problem.
It was some great information. And again, if anyone is out there listening, curious on how you can get access to the quoting tool, you can always give us a call. That number is 800-365-8208. Have a great day.